Change is inevitable, and more so within the context of organizations. Change is about moving from the current way of doing things to a new way. Put simply, by change, one means going from one state to another. By this I mean change can be altering the process of work, it can be the introduction of new technology, the way teams work together, or indeed the strategy of the overall company. What I mean is that it is a move from how things are currently done to how they will be done in the future in a clearly different manner. This is a smooth or rough transition depending on things like magnitude of change, culture of an organization, and readiness of its employees. What is change management? Typically, the change is not an event but a process that includes different stages. Normally, it starts with the realization of the need for the change, then the planning of the implementation process, execution of the change, and lastly, the sustaining of the new state. Along with this journey, employees shall adopt, learn new skills, and at times even change behavioral traits and their mindset. That brings us to change management. Change management focuses on helping employees adjust to these changes in their roles and work environment. While change refers to the shift itself, change management is about guiding and supporting people through this transition. It's crucial in any project because success is not just about implementing new systems or processes, it's about ensuring that the people who will use them are comfortable and ready to adopt the new way of working. The project is truly successful only when the intended users effectively use and benefit from the changes made. You might have implemented a system that automated several functions, but in reality, did the intended audience get the value? Did they use the things you implemented? Did they benefit? If no, then it's not a successful digital transformation. A true digital transformation is not just implementing or digitizing your old ecosystem with modern technologies. It is also about how the newly transformed systems add value to the business, how the life of users have improved with the transformation, and so on. Remember, digital transformation is a journey. Introducing new technology is not just about technical switch. It also changes how employees work and requires them to adopt their behavior. Since change is challenging and does not happen on its own, organizations need to use effective strategies to guide this transition. For a new system or process to be accepted and used effectively, clear communication and change management are critical. A well-planned change management strategy helps implement changes smoothly by keeping employees informed and involved from the beginning. This approach boosts acceptance of the new system and encourages employees to adapt to new practices and learn necessary skills. By focusing on the needs of different stakeholder groups and supporting them throughout, organization can achieve their project goals more successfully. Managing change well is not just useful, it is critical. It makes your company more flexible, improves employee satisfaction, and keeps you on track for success. That's what the real digital transformation is all about. Why do people or organizations resist change management? Resistance to change is a natural human reaction when people are reluctant to adapt to new ways of doing things. This resistance can be overt, like openly opposing the change, or covered, such as subtle actions or attitudes that undermine the process. Employees might resist change through often conscious or unconscious actions that slow down or disrupt the process. In an organization, change management is about having a clear plan to make sure changes are smoothly put into place and accepted. But resistance to change can be a big problem. This resistance happens when the organization wants to stick to how things are now and struggle to adapt to new changes. Signs of this resistance include internal politics, power struggles, poor decision making, lack of trust in leaders, and rigid rules and structures. When employees don't trust or feel confident in the people leading the change, it can become a big problem. People naturally react emotionally to changes that disrupt their routines. If they feel unprepared because of lack of training or support, their resistance will grow further. Employees might resist change if they feel threatened by their own inability to adopt, leading them to protect themselves and resist even more. Effective change management communication involves creating two-way conversation. Simply taking at people rather than engaging them can result in pushback. Unrealistic timelines can also exacerbate resistance. When changes are imposed quickly without proper inclusion and preparation, employees are likely to resist, causing the efforts to falter. Hence, change management should be strategic and inclusive. It should start at the beginning of a project, not just as a training activity. Involving everyone connected to the project from the start ensures smoother transitions and reduces resistance, making change management a collaborative and well integrated process. Change management is a strategic endeavor that should commence at the project's inception. It goes beyond mere training. Creating change awareness from the start is essential. There is a practice in the industry where people bring in change management related activities only at the end of the project as if it were just a training exercise. It is not. Change management must start with the kickoff or discovery and assessment phase of a project because this is when stakeholders begin gaining insights and knowledge regarding the necessity of the change. The change management team, in collaboration with the implementation team or as part of the implementation team, begins crafting this change strategy. This includes creating a blueprint of strategy as a basis for the communication and change management plan, which encompasses preparatory analysis, stakeholder and user impact assessments, and readiness and acceptance analysis. This enables a comprehensive inventory of current situation and helps determine the need for and effort required for change. Continuous communication and marketing about the upcoming change is a common strategy to generate interest among the employees, both directly and indirectly affected. To achieve this, various stakeholder groups must be shown the respective benefits and effects of the changes. Under the motto, "What is in it for me?" core messages from the communications plan are tailored to specific target groups. Regular interactions with relevant stakeholders are critical for identifying resistance or issues early on. Generally, change management teams conduct campaigns and workshops within the organization to showcase how an employee's typical work life will change or improve with the new solution or implementation. Often, change management teams invite select affected stakeholder groups to a show and tell session of the solution or project being implemented. This helps stakeholders understand what is coming and what they can expect. They can provide feedback which the development team can quickly incorporate to enhance the value delivery. Change management teams may also nominate change champions from each stakeholder group to communicate the benefits of the new solution and gather feedback and resistance, reporting it to the management and implementation teams. Some organizations create communities, example on Yammer or any internal social networks, to discuss issues and concerns. These change management communities are used to evangelize and help train teams on the new way of working. They build awareness, understanding, and engagement throughout the community. The community serves as a two-way communication channel, providing connections and serving as a feedback mechanism for the organization. This community is crucial for the deployment readiness team in assessing readiness for cutover and go live. Training is the most common method to introduce new solutions. However, before training, affected stakeholders must be informed about the benefits to spark their interest. Otherwise, if they are introduced to training only at the end or are forced to into it, they may not be fully prepared or motivated to adopt the change. Even if they participate, they might do so reluctantly and ultimately not adopt the change. Hence, involving everyone from the beginning and building enthusiasm is the key. Once the system goes live, change management must continue to support the team consistently. Change management teams should provide ongoing communication and additional change management measures. They should periodically share success stories and testimonials to maintain interest and momentum. Essentially, change management is all about marketing the new system and showcasing how it will improve and impact stakeholders' roles. When stakeholders are engaged in change management activities from the beginning, they feel included and are more likely to adopt to the changes willingly. So then, what are the challenges of change management? For a change initiative to succeed, it needs robust leadership. If top management is not fully committed or doesn't actively promote the change, it can falter due to a lack of direction, resources, or momentum. Mixed signals from leaders about the importance or direction of the change can cause confusion and erode trust, making it harder to implement the change effectively. Simply put, a successful change requires buy-in from both top management and entry-level employees. While top management needs to endorse and lead the change, entry-level employees are critical for implementing it on the ground. When employees understand and believe in the value of the change, they are more likely to be engaged and cooperative, facilitating a smoother transition. Change often demands additional resources, staff, budget, and technology. Limited resources can be a major hurdle during implementation. To address this, conduct a thorough evaluation of the resources needed and secure what's necessary. Prioritize resources based on their impact on the change and consider alternatives like outsourcing or collaborating with other organizations or teams or departments to fill those gaps. So then what is the role of a business analyst or a functional consultant in change management? Business analysts are pivotal in optimizing business processes, systems, and strategies by working closely with executives and stakeholders. You know already. They gather and analyze data to recommend solutions that enhance business performance and collaborate with development teams to implement necessary changes for the organizational growth. right? So, in change management, BAs ensure a smooth transition from the current state to the desired future state. They gather requirements, pinpoint the pain points, and define the goals of the change initiative. Identifying and addressing potential resistance to change is a key part of their role. By conducting thorough stakeholder assessments, BAs determine who will be affected by the change and understand their perceptions. They proactively manage resistance through effective stakeholder engagement and collaboration. BAs usually collaborate with change management team in all these activities. BAs act as a crucial link between stakeholders and the change management process. BAs gather and analyze business requirements, ensuring proposed changes align with the organizational goals. By providing detailed documentation and insights, BAs or functional consultants help the change management team understand stakeholder needs and concerns. This includes assessing the impact of changes on business processes, systems, and people, and ensuring effective communication. BAs or functional consultants also identify risks, propose solutions, and ensure that change initiatives meet business objectives.